name is Erika Walter, coming to you from Foothills, Alberta. In this series, AI Ability, I'm going to dive into some AI tools for beginners, how they have helped me, and possibly how they can help you. I began looking at AI tools when an auto accident limited my ability to spend time on my laptop. I really wanted to continue writing and creating, and by trying some new tools, I have found some that work for me. So, if you're new to AI and hoping to pick up a tool or two to lessen the time you have to spend at your laptop or your workstation, or you just want to create some content easily without breaking the bank, I have tried out a number of tools, and these are my recommendations. Let's begin with a very quick overview of the evolution of chatbots and the development of AI writers. The progression of artificial intelligence, or AI, over the past 5 years has significantly advanced, particularly in their domains of natural language processing, or NLP, and image generation. The evolution of chatbots and AI writers began with GPT-3. OpenAI released GPT-3 in June of 2020. GPT-3 is a language model trained on a diverse range of text. The next generation from OpenAI is ChatGPT, and it's fine-tuned specifically for conversational interactions and practical applications, such as customer support, content creation, and tutoring. This model has the ability to produce human-like responses, and because of this, it has sparked widespread adoption. Currently, ChatGPT has a free plan. However, the free version can take longer to generate responses during high traffic periods, as you are not prioritized in the queue over paying subscribers. It also has monthly paid tiers for more tools and, of course, newer, faster versions, as well as priority in generating those responses. In 2022, Anthropic introduced Claude. Claude is an AI model designed with a strong emphasis on ethical considerations and safety. It attempted to reduce the likelihood of generating harmful or biased content. But as with all AI, it is only as good as the content and biases that it is trained on. The image generation in Claude has had some hiccups, and hopefully this will improve. There is a free tier, and also paid ones, again with monthly subscriptions. Google's Gemini was launched in 2023, and it represents a significant technological leap in AI writing. Gemini excels in many language tasks, complex problem solving, creative writing, and nuanced understanding of context. Gemini's image generator has also had some issues, which again is a common problem with all AI. The AI can only be as good as the content and biases that they are trained on, and as humans have biases, AI is likely to continue to do so as well. They also have a free tier with limitations, and their paid tier is on a per-credit basis of what you use, so not a monthly subscription. Each of these AI options require the human element, and your results will depend on the prompts you use to get responses. You will absolutely still need to fact-check the results produced from AI. And while AI can create output quickly, the quality depends on the prompts given to it by humans. So while it may shorten the time it takes to do some tasks, it's not able to replace the human creativity needed to guide it. At least, not yet. The next generation we're going to take a look at are AI writers. There have been a number of specialized AI writers that have come onto the market recently. And when it comes to AI writers, there are now so many options out there, with more being developed every single day. Many have similar options to be competitive, so you're going to have the same tools having a lot of the similar features. These next ones I'm going to discuss are just a few that have had really great feedback from users, and that I also like. First, we've got WriteSeed. WriteSeed AI emerged as a specialized tool catering to niche content generation needs. It focuses on producing tailored content for specific industries and topics with a lot of customization options. This tool is quite affordable and sometimes has lifetime deals that are available online. What's really cool about this is that it also uses ChatGPT 4. And I don't know how they're doing this, but it's unlimited in their current lifetime deal, which would normally cost you a lot more. So we're going to come back to this and go over pricing for this tool shortly. Up next, we're going to take a look at Koala Writer. Koala Writer AI. This AI writer emphasizes ease of use and accessibility. Launched with a user-friendly interface and intuitive design, Koala Writer enables individuals and small businesses to leverage AI for their writing needs without requiring extensive technical knowledge and creates really great content from limited prompts. I tried Koala Writer out and I found it to be easy to use, and it has customizations that set a tone or style for your purposes. And it generates longer articles, which is really great. This is a fantastic option if you're writing a lot of content consistently for clients or for blog posts. However, the pricing structure gets a little bit complicated, and this is a subscription or a credit pack model. So you will pay a monthly fee or buy credit packs. Let's look at that for a moment. You go over here to pricing on Koala, and this AI writer uses ChatGPT, and you have to select between ChatGPT 3.5, 3.5, 4, or Turbo, and you will use more of your word count, 2 times more to be exact if you select ChatGPT 4, and 2.5 times more for Turbo. So in the base plan at $9 a month, your 1,500 words goes down to 7,500 for a month using ChatGPT 4 and 6,000 for Turbo, which is 3 2,000-word essays without any regenerations if you don't like the initial output. And that's not a lot of output. The AI images aren't included until you reach the $49 a month tier. And as you see here on the pricing, they go up to $2,000 a month for agencies. As an alternative, you can purchase credit packs. And those start, I believe, at 120 US. There we go, credit packs. There we are. So these are good if you're not going to use your word count, because on the subscription plan, your word count is not rolled over to the next month. If you don't use it, it is gone, which is why I really like this tool only for somebody who's creating quite a bit of content regularly for a blog or for a client or for articles, because it keeps a consistent voice or tone, and you're going to be using your monthly word count, which makes it worth the subscription cost. If you only create content occasionally, the credit pack is likely the best option, and the cheapest one is about 120 US. Now, third on the list is Jasper AI. And Jasper was formerly Jarvis. It has innovative features designed to enhance creativity and productivity, and it connects with other tools for expert SEO optimization. This is a really great feature. For example, it can connect with Surfer SEO, which allows users to create content that not only reads well, but also performs well in search rankings. Jasper's ability to generate coherent and contextually relevant content is impressive. You can also use it everywhere with a Chrome browser extension, which is really cool. Because with a Chrome extension, you can open up Jasper in your Word or in your email. Writeseed also has a Chrome extension that lets you do this. And like I said before, a number of these tools are going to have similar features like this. So if there is a specific feature you're looking for, there's a good chance that more than one AI writer will offer it. You may just have to shop around. So let's go over and look at the pricing for Jasper. Again, this is a subscription-only model, and you do get a 7-day free trial, so it's definitely worth trying it out. After that, it is either $39 or $49 a month, depending if you pick monthly billing or yearly billing. And that's the base option, which does not include the AI image generation. And it goes up to $59 or $69 a month, and that is US for the next tier, which does include the AI images. For the final tier, you need to contact them to discuss your needs. So the base tier for a year will cost you about $470 US, and it goes up from there. Jasper can create some really wonderful, high-quality work, but as the price point is quite high, I would say this tool is more for creators needing to create a lot of content or for businesses using Jasper for its really awesome SEO optimization. And finally, we have ZimWriter. This one is for all of you Windows users out there. It comes with fabulous reviews and it's worthy of checking out, especially for bloggers and SEO optimized articles. There is currently a lifetime deal for ZimWriter for just under $200 US on their website. And regular price, I believe it's shy of 500. However, at this time it only has a Windows version and will not work on Mac. So it is not a tool that I got to try out personally. I just watched reviews online. So I'm sorry, Mac users, but they do plan to come out with a Mac version soon. Keep checking their website if you blog. As you can see, when it comes to selecting AI to help you write content, there are really so many options out there, including free or paid versions of ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. For your purposes, when selecting a tool, I find it useful to look at your use case. So, first consider your budget. Is the tool a monthly or yearly fee or a one time payment? Second, how much content do you actually plan to create? Does the subscription cover the amount of work that you plan to create, or is it unlimited? One advantage that some of the AI writers have is that some allow unlimited word generation. So you don't have an unexpected bill, or you don't get put in a long queue waiting to get copy generated, which can happen really often without a paid option on ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. And sometimes there's a limit to how much they'll let you generate in a day. So some of the AI writers use ChatGPT 3.5 or 4 or Claude, Opus, or Sonnet. So it's really good to check out what version you can access and price point before you buy. Also, you can save your work in most AI writers, so you can keep the work you've generated and then be able to refer back to it, which is a helpful tool to be able to have. Lastly, look at the type of content that you want to create when deciding on what tool to buy. Does it need to be SEO optimized? Do you need to write longer articles or blogs? Do you want to blog and put tons of content out there? Or do you want to write a script? So, with all of these really great tools out there, some are going to cost you more than others. And as I mentioned earlier, some have lifetime deals. For these, you're going to want to check out websites like AppSumo, Dealify, and Lifetimeo that offer lifetime deals for software like these AI writers, which can offset your investment. They usually have all sorts of software and courses at a discount, and they often have a full refund policy. So if you don't like what you've purchased, very often you can return it within a certain amount of time, usually 60 days or 90 days. But please check the fine print before buying anything, because some of these deals have tools that only offer a year of service or no refund at all. I'll put a list of some of these lifetime deal sites, most of which I have actually used at the end of this episode, so you can check them out. Okay, so I said I would come back to the pricing on Rightseed. So let's take a closer look at it. Right now it is on AppSumo, and you can get it on different levels for different price points. Rightseed is my current favorite, and I like it because it has a user-friendly interface and many specialized tools for writing in so many niches. It allows content creation with over 70 templates that it already has set up for you, including offering SEO-friendly articles and academic citations. Writers can easily access the tool's features thanks to its clear layout and simple navigation. In order to ensure a seamless user experience, Rightseed also offers beneficial prompts and suggestions throughout the writing process. It's an appealing option for writers of all skill levels due to its simplicity and ease of use. Additionally, it uses ChatGPT 4 with no limitations at a certain lifetime tier. So let's take a look at some of these tools that Rightseed has. So if you go over here, you can see that Rightseed is currently on AppSumo. And depending what tier level you get, you're only paying $44 to $176 for a lifetime use case of Rightseed. And if we scroll down here all the way to what that includes, so let's say you do want the image generation, that would be 3 codes that you would have to buy for 132 US. You get to use an unlimited amount of ChatGPT 4, which is incredible, and you also get unlimited WordPress in this, as well as 300 AI images a month. At the 4th tier, you're going to get unlimited AI images, as well as unlimited WordPress and all those other features that you would get in the lower tiers. You'll also see that you can do things like essays that have citations, as well as product descriptions for things like Shopify and Amazon, which is a really neat feature because you'll put something in and it can automatically generate a description of whatever product you're selling. So all of these are going to be templates that you can use. You can schedule a WordPress schedule. You can go into pro mode, which is really great for creative writing or long texts. An academic writer, if you put an essay prompt in, will return citations to you. I would definitely be checking these citations, but what it is a really great tool where you can see possibly some material that you hadn't already used in your essay and you can add to it. Again, with all AI, you're going to want to fact check it and add your own voice, but a lot of these templates give you a really great starting point for creating copy or for creating an essay. Also, there's a spelling and grammar check, which is wonderful. You can also use Grammarly or something else similar to that, but I think it's a nice bonus that they put that in here. You can create LinkedIn posts or messages and write a personal bio, all things that you need on LinkedIn, which is kind of neat. Here they have an Amazon listing, product features. You can also create your own Fiverr gig and eBay listings or Etsy listings. So with all these templates that are available, you can also go into custom templates and they'll walk you through a video tutorial of how to create your own template for different things. And you can also go into custom templates through here and write in what you want. So this can be a welcome email. It can be, a something to market a new product that you have. And you can actually share this with your entire team when you're done. Brightseed is also really good writing articles with niche topics and generating a well-rounded essay on something a little more obscure. So I had gone in before and I had asked it for the best snorkeling spots around Cabo San Lucas. And that's what we have here under created texts. Now, I only put in a very small prompt and it generated about a 1,500 word essay for me. AI images are also something that's included. I have the third level tier here. So you go across the top, I believe, AI images. And this AI generation is not as maybe creative or advanced as some of the other options out there, but it's really nice that it's included. And let's try and see what it does with a pop art style of, let's see, maybe like a cat chasing a mouse. Let's try Art Deco image of a cat. Wait, image. All right, so we're going to take a look now. These images only get generated into a square format, and I haven't found another option for sizing, even when I prompted a different aspect ratio. So I really hope that the developers of this tool expand on this in the future. And I hope the AI images can be exported in different aspect ratios and resolutions. But right now, the resolutions are pretty low, but you can upscale them online for free. So I think it would be nice to have some options built into the tool, but as it is now, it's okay. So we get this image back and it's not great. I believe this cat has two tails and no head. And I think the mouse is chasing the headless cat. So let's add some more detail to this prompt. As I said, it's important to have great detail. So I'm going to name an artist that was in the 60s for the Art Deco. So we'll put Andy Warhol in there because that'll give the AI more information to pull on and it's going to encourage it to generate a more stylized image. So And let's see what we get. So it does take a little time to generate, but it's working on it. Okay, so this is a bit better. Giving the AI more information to work off of is going to help. This cat is it's a good sort of pop-out version of a cat. There is no mouse in this generation, um, but there is a woman wearing mouse ears. So um, I like the pop art style. I think you're going to have to continue to give it some prompts. Like I said, the AI images is a nice feature, but it's not quite where something like Midjourney or another type of AI image generation tool is going to be right now. If you go back to the price point, really, for this to be included for only what was it? Let me see, 170. No, not even 132 US for lifetime. And the fact that they're going to keep improving on this tool, I personally prefer WriteSeed as an AI writer because of the number of templates it has. It creates really great copy that is SEO optimized for about 1,500 words, and that can be expanded. And it has a Chrome extension, which allows ChatGPT to follow you around the web. So it can write emails for you in Hotmail or Gmail. It can create ad copy for you in Facebook Ads Editor, or it can create a blog post in the WordPress editor. And it's worth mentioning again that Jasper has the same sort of Chrome extension that does this. It's just at a higher price point. So if we look here on AppSumo, we can see that the developer is going to have plans to develop this AI writer. And it does take suggestions from the community for new features. So for my money and use case, I could see where these development sort of things are going to come in handy. Um, he's responding to all of these on AppSumo, which is really good. Um, whereas a lot of people that post products sometimes don't respond to any of the questions. He's saying here that he's going to improve on the AI generation. It's a question that I actually asked him. Um, but it's really nice that he gets back to just about everybody. And this tool overall has really strong reviews, which is helpful if you're going to spend money on something. Um, there are other options out there, of course, but this is just one that I like. And I like that the developer is so responsive. So, and other thing that I like is that it does have all these other templates for things like Shopify and Amazon. These are really great to create content quickly because you're not spending hours trying to think of new product features or anything like that. Koala Writer has really great for regular bloggers or article writers, and ZimWriter is awesome for Windows. So I think you really have to determine on these tools or others that you consider what your personal use case will be before deciding on one of them to purchase. Try out some of the free options first. That's my best recommendation. Now, here's a quick graph comparing the three AI writers that we went over. And as you can see, Jasper really did excel in some areas, especially SEO and integration. Koala was really strong across all the categories, and WriteSeed was strong for both quality and for cost. So if you go to here and you see the content generation, WriteSeed overall matches Jasper in content and quality. Templates and framework, WriteSeed and Jasper both provide a really great variety of templates, and so does Koala, but not quite as much. Customization and personalization, again, WriteSeed and Jasper, really extensive options here. SEO optimization, I'm going to say that Jasper's maybe a little bit better, but WriteSeed is definitely in second place. Surfer SEO is really strong, and that's a great integration that they've done. Over here, we've got some collaboration features. Jasper still leads slightly here, and they all have a plagiarism checker. User-friendly interface, Jasper leads as well, but I personally found that both Koala and WriteSeed are really easy to use once you've tried them out. There is a learning curve, but it gets easier. And for cost, WriteSeed is definitely the winner in this one, especially if you're not going to be creating tons of content for a business or for a blog. You can also try it out risk-free with a lifetime subscription and return it in 60 days through AppSumo. Content quality, all are really quite remarkable, and the learning curves, they pretty much all have one. So we go back to the dependency on input quality. As you can see, my AI image generator, the input quality really matters if you want to get out image or text that's going to be useful. Integration constraints, Jasper definitely still leads here, and they all need a stable internet connection to be able to use. So this is sort of my summary on AI writers and chatbots. Thank you for checking them out with me. As tools develop and come onto the market so quickly in this space, there's a possibility that these could be replaced or they could adapt to keep up with the advancements over the next few years. Really, only time is going to tell if these are going to keep up and be on the market 5 or 10 years from now. But I hope this helped you find the perfect AI writer or chatbot for you, and it saves you from long hours on your laptop. In the next episode, I will take a look at how AI can help you revise your resume and LinkedIn profile with free and, well, almost free options.